Greetings, dear viewers. I'm Coil Quickcard, and welcome back to Final Fantasy VI. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to try to get back what is probably my strongest character. I want Terra. So, I've gotten back several characters now. If I visit Mobley's again, I find out Katarine's gone. Katarine's gonna have a baby. I know because my mom looked like that before she had my little brother. Katarine ran away because Dwayne wasn't being nice to her. Katarine's belly keeps getting bigger. Katarine's gone. I saw Dwayne and Katarine kissing. I mean, yeah, be grateful you didn't see more than that. You're not gonna take Mama away, are you? I absolutely am. And if we go up here, we see that Terra's missing too. So, in other words, this is literally just a cave with a bunch of kids in it and absolutely no adult supervision. I say in quotations because I'm pretty sure no one in this town is over the age of 20. Ah, not that house. So if we go to this house, there's a dog in here. And the dog wanders off behind the bookshelf. Here's Dwayne. I don't know what to do. Katarine's pregnant. Yes, she is. So there's a hidden room back here where we find Terra and Katarine. You're back! Katarine's going to have a baby. I'm so happy that I'm going to have a child. But when I told that to Dwayne, he turned cold all of a sudden. Yeah, he's freaked out, okay? Katarine, I'm sorry. I just didn't know how to handle all this. I acted like an idiot. But everything's okay now, so please, come back home with me to our dugout cave in the back of what used to be a post office basement, filled with other kids. Uh-oh. Ah! Baba's headed this way! Please, protect the village. I don't have the strength to fight. Well, it's time for Humbaba round 2. This time, I'm ready. Probably, maybe, perhaps, that is a possibility. Alright. We do have bio on you. Mog, I think I'm gonna put you on Cura duty. You still don't actually know anything that's really going to help. But at least I do have more offensive options this time. Wait for him to act. Being able to put out nearly 4,000 damage on him is fantastic. Okay, Humbaba Breath. Mog has been blown away. Celeste has been blown away. There's a phase 2 to the fight. We're gonna get Terra back, but it's only gonna be 3 of us. But luckily for this fight, Terra is permanently in trance. And Terra being permanently in trance and being able to cast Bio is going to make Sabin's Blitz damage look pathetic. And Sabin just completely blocked that. Yeah, 6,000 damage off of that. Alright, let's get out some Kira's Sabin. Actually, I think Setzer's better off on heal duty. Sabin can still do close to 4,000 per turn. But this fight is not going to take long. I'm sure you can see why. Terra is ridiculously strong in her transform. I'm finally gonna get my heavy hitter back. Boom! That is whom Baba defeated. I have had my vengeance. And it took me like 5 minutes of this episode to do it. We did it, kids! Oh, poor Terra. It's another monster! It's scary. I'm afraid. Aww. Poor Terra. Mama, it's you, isn't it? I can tell. Huh? Mama? Terra? Mama! Terra! I'll fight! I think I finally understand the feeling that's been growing inside me. It must be love. I have to fight to protect the people I love and to make the world a safe place for new lives. Dwayne, keep Katarine and your baby safe. Children, Mama has to go away for a while to make the world a safer place for you to live. But I promise I'll be back as soon as I can. Mama, I'm not gonna cry. Me either. I'll be good, so come back soon. Don't forget, you promised. Thank you. You all helped me understand what it means to love. I'll fight. I'll make this world a place where life can flourish and children can grow up in peace. We got our beast back. But there's still much to be done. So, one of the things that we can do now is visit this cave out on the veldt. That fight actually just completely reorganizes your party, so we're just going to put these ones back in it. I'm actually going to bring Cyan and Mog just for simplicity. Actually, no, we'll bring Edgar. With Terra, we have enough damage output that I don't need to worry too much. Another change that I have noticed in this version is you can actually access all of your characters in the Equip and Esper menus, even the ones that are not currently in your party. And the ones currently in are marked with white names, and then the ones not in blue. That's a nice feature. Alright, Terra, you are back on Zona Seeker. Edgar, you're back on Golem. Cyan, you're back on Bismarck. Mog, you're sticking with Quetzali. So, Terra has a magic stat of 63. Let's see how much higher we can push that. A crystal shield for her. Sure, a Genji helm. Why not? Crystal mail. That'll be fine. You can get a golden spear. No, not that one. I want you to have the Aegis shield. Your job is pretty much just to not die. Diamond armor's fine for you. We can put the force armor on you along with the red cap. A thunder shield. Ice shield for you. Some nice basic armor. So now she has a magic stat of 70. And on top of that, she's wearing 2 earrings. For Edgar, we're going to go with the Hermes sandals and... how about a Zephyr cloak for just more defense? Cyan is definitely not going to be my heavy hitter. But with a Hyper Wrist, we can push his strength to 90. And then no reason not to put a Hermes sandals on Mog, along with... why not? Another earring. We could do the Malula's charm and stop random encounters. Whoop. But for right now, I think it's more important to get the experience. Nope, come on. There you go. Alright. It's time to head into the cave. This is the cave on the Veldt. And that, are you trying to tell me to follow you? Is Interceptor. It's a little bit of a maze in here, but it's not too bad. Ooh, okay, that's a Gorgamera. Terra, would you mind showing me what your boosted spells can do, please? And a chainsaw lined up with you, fire lined up with you. That was not nearly as much as I had hoped for. No, normally I just fight the giant praying mantises in here, which die pretty damn fast to fire attacks. Instead, I got the Gorgamera. There we go. Oh, that's a lot of beefy experience. Whoop. We got a Berserker Ring. Here we go. These are the giant mantises. They can actually have a ridiculously high damage output, but they also melt to fire spells. +2 stamina for Edgar. They always leave me here so they can try to befriend that kid. I don't want to go hunting with them anyway. So these guys actually warn you about Gao. They're huge dinosaurs in the forest north of the Veldt. They're incredibly strong. He is not joking. I will get around to showing those off when my characters have, like, oh, I don't know, 2,000 to 3,000 more health than they do right now. There's no way a human could defeat one, but it sure would be something to brag about if you did. When the 3 of us go hunting on the Veldt, we always run across a boy dressed in hides. For some reason, that boy never shows up when all 4 of us are out there together. So there's a hidden treasure in this cave. There we go. See? Not too hard to kill. And it's a monster in a box, another of my absolutely favorite sprites in this game. That is, in my opinion, one of the coolest monster designs ever. I do not expect it to live very long. Okay, it just straight up has the death spell. Good job, Cyan. How much can you hit it for, Terra? Okay, it's dead. All that for a Tiger Fang and 1 magic point. There we go. Top it off. And let's keep going. Double twin scythes, that shouldn't be much of a threat. I think 1 Terrafira split between the 2 of them will kill them both. But I could be wrong. I was not wrong. Another +2 magic for Terra. Her power only continues to grow. Oh, these back attacks, they are brutal. Come on, go get him. Well done, Cyan. Cyan learned Thundara, and another +2 strength for Cyan, which thanks to his Hyper Wrist is boosted another 50%, bringing his strength all the way up to 93. More treasure. God, there's so many things to do, so many fun things to explore. Alright, we have gotten a weapon called the Ichigeki. There was someone in one of the towns we were at who said, I think it was in Kolingen, who said that someone came through and went up north, probably to where the Colosseum got built, looking for something called an Ichigeki. Well, now we have an Ichigeki. There we go. Mog has learned Float. That's actually a pretty important spell for him to know. Look over there. That is Shadow being guarded by Interceptor. Another character found. These back attacks are brutal. Come on, get him. Definitely worth a save, just in case. And 1 sleeping bag for Terra. She's the only one I really need topped off. You see now why I was so surprised when I ran into the Gorgamera? They're actually fairly rare in this cave. Alright. So we have reached Shadow. Now, if you didn't wait for Shadow in the floating continent, then this is actually Realm here instead of Shadow. Those wounds are awful. Still being guarded by Interceptor, because Interceptor likes Realm. And here is the Behemoth King. Unfortunately for the Behemoth King, my trance is off cooldown. Really? You absorb Blizzard, huh? What don't you absorb? Does fire work? Alright. Let's try a Fire. Oh, yeah. Also, Terra's trances last a lot longer now, and yes, that did just hit for 9,999. I am now able to hit for damage cap with Terra if the enemy is weak to one of her elemental attacks. This fight is not going to last long. Something's coming from behind! So then it switches into a back attack. Another monster appears. It is the Behemoth King again. This one, though, is actually undead. Which means that killing it is very, very simple. Here's a holy water. And it's dead. Good for 5 magic points and 2 behemoth suits. We can't do anything for wounds like these here. Let's fly to Tomasa on the double. Yeah, it being Shadow makes it weird why you'd go to Tomasa. It's not even the closest town to here. But that's what you do. You take Shadow to Tomasa and just put him down in, like, Realm and Strago's house. It doesn't really make much sense. It probably would have been better if it had been designed having a distinct event for both Realm and Shadow. But they didn't. Oh well. Must be having a nightmare. Yeah, so Shadow has nightmares. That's Tomasa, alright. You came to try and stop me leaving. I'm sorry, but I can't turn back, boy. Stay here with my daughter. You both deserve to live in peace. But Interceptor went with him anyway. And yeah, you saw that right. That was Shadow, before he became the Shadow, leaving this house in the past, saying to watch over his daughter. Hey, how you feeling? It's only a scratch. I've had worse. And I've got this guy watching over me. Shadow's true name is Clyde Aroni. He was Realm's father. We will get to learn more about him as we go. After the Cataclysm, I awoke to find myself all alone in Doma Castle. When I tried to sleep there, monsters came for me in my dreams. Well, it still frightens me just to think about it. So, all of the characters that you had in the first half of the game, you can get again in this half. But there are also 2 secret characters that you can unlock as well. One of them is significantly more annoying to get to than the other. How about we go find it? On this island, you can find an enemy called, I believe it'll still be called a Zone Eater, probably. We need to find a Zone Eater. That is step 1. Okay. And it uses a move called Inhale. It eats us. We're just going to sit here slowly and wait for it to eat us. It is very, very important that it eat us. It also does that. But mostly we just wait for it to eat us. Alright, we've been eaten. If you get eaten by the Zone Eater, you get taken to the Zone Eater's belly. This dungeon has some really cool treasure in it. But the encounters here are very annoying. However, now there are no encounters. These things will not fight you if you touch them, but they will push you off the ledge. Which is extremely annoying. But it's okay to get knocked down once, because there's still treasure down here. Including a red jacket, which negates fire damage, and yeah, that's a lot of stats. Ba 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 ba. Alright, we're just gonna wait. Alright, that's a Genji armor. That's a magical brush. Genji armor is pretty damn good. This is where it can get a little annoying, having to wait for this. We need him to cross far enough over to the side. Hey, come over here, come over here, come over here. Yeah, this guy is really annoying. Come on, come on. Getting that last treasure down there is an absolute pain in the ass. You have to wait for 2 randomly moving people to be in just the right position. Okay, that's good. The fake mustache. So you may remember that Realm had an ability called Sketch. If you put the fake mustache on her, it changes that ability to Control. Control lets you do exactly what it sounds like. It lets you control the enemy's turn. This is one of the best ways to learn some of the different lore abilities in the game. There's a Zephyr Cloak. Do not get squished by the ceiling. Here's a Hero's Ring. Alright, I want to go here. Now we'll run up, grab the treasure, and then go down. There's the pinwheel. That's basically just a stronger version of the shurikens that Shadow can throw. And all of this is just jumping. And up here for one more treasure, another Thunder Shield. That's going to come in handy. And in this room here, we find this. A man shrouded in strange clothing. Or perhaps it's a woman? Or perhaps it's not human at all. Meet Go-Go. I am Go-Go, master of mimicry. It has been a long, long time since anyone visited me here. I have been idle for too many years. Perhaps I ought to mimic you. Tell me, what are you doing here? I see. So you seek to save the world. Then I guess that means that I shall save the world as well. Lead on. I will copy your every move. And one teleport stone heading out. There we go. Now, I think what I really need now is a couple more reflect rings for what I plan to do next. So, Go-Go is very, very interesting. His only command by default is Mimic. Yeah. But you can set any other character's basic commands on him. So, yeah, I'll show how it works. Let's see. Oh, no, wait, they did have them. Okay. 2 reflect rings. Thank you, sir. So, I will actually bring Go-Go along on this next ill-fated adventure. Specifically so I can show off what is special about this character. First of all, it's important to note, you cannot put espers on Go-Go. And Go-Go's stats suck. That's just the reality of Go-Go. However, you are definitely... Do I have 2 enhancers? Yes, you get an enhancer as well. You're getting a reflect ring and a Hermes sandals. You are getting a reflect ring and a Hermes sandals. You are getting a reflect ring. Oh. Whoops. Mog, you get a reflect ring, but you're keeping the Malulu's charm. In Terra, you also get a reflect ring. Okay. So, what makes Go-Go special is that they will be able to cast... Well, if you go to status on Go-Go when they're in your party, you can set commands. So they have 3 slots, and you can give them the basic commands from anyone. Do I just want him to attack? I can do that. Do I want him to have items? I can do that. If he has magic, he will have the magical skills that are known by every other person in your party. He learns it all. It's really, really nice. And he can learn, or he can use the relics that are relevant to other people's special commands. So, he can do the guild toss, he can do control, he can do mug. He can do all of those things. Now, one of the hardest dungeons in this entire game is this right here. When you're in this dungeon, the only command that you get to use is magic and items. Other commands simply do not appear on the menu. I think lore does. That might be it. Also, you cannot run from any of the enemy encounters, and they just keep getting stronger. Also, Strago's here, but he won't talk to you. No use talking to them. They've given their souls over to Kefka. Now all they do is shuffle about praying to him day in, day out. This tower's home to the cult of Kefka. There's supposed to be a priceless treasure up on the highest level. But you can only use magic inside, so you'll never make it to the top without strong spells. Treasure. Treasure. They are right. However, with Malulu's charm, I get no random encounters. So I can just run up here and take all the regular pieces of treasure along the way. Like this safety bit. I'm not going to grab the treasure at the top because it triggers a boss fight that I am actually not able to survive at this point. But I can get all the little treasures along the way. Another Genji shield, for example. And there is something else on this tower that I want to get. Come on. Namely, one of the 8 dragons. Specifically, the Holy Dragon. So it knows exactly 2 moves. It knows Holy and it knows Dispel. And Dispel would remove Reflect. However, it has a bit more trouble getting through Reflect from a relic rather than from a spell. It's got 18,000 HP and no weaknesses. Even Terra can't trance. So instead, all we do is just have everyone select their spells, and we just keep attacking it until it's dead. It literally cannot hurt you if you have this setup. All of its spells are being reflected on it, and it is incapable of dispelling Reflect Rings. If we just use the Reflect spell or the Carbuncle Esper, it would be able to dispel that and then start hitting you with Holies. But it can't get past this. It does have a lot of magic defense too, though, as you can see. Even Terra's only able to hit it for a little over 2,000. It also really doesn't have much HP as far as the dragons go. I would say that overall, even without choosing it, this is probably the easiest of the dragons. It's just a very predictable enemy. It really doesn't matter how much it tries to heal itself. We're damaging it faster than it can heal with those reflected attacks. Very good. We should be getting close to defeating it by now. You're not gonna live much longer. It's always fun to completely negate a boss like that. Alright. And we got a Holy Lance. 6 dragons remaining. That is the second strongest spear class weapon in the entire game. And I think there's still one more treasure room that we can access before we reach the top level. And it is another force armor. So the enemies on this tower get ridiculously powerful. Yeah, we're not messing with that treasure yet. I am not ready for it. There is a way to cheese the boss that comes out up there. I am not ready to handle it. Instead, I'm just going to climb down this tower, adjust my party a bit, and then we're going to be pushing for something very special. Next time, we're heading back to Narsh. I am going to find the Esper from the very start of the game. And we are going to recruit the Yeti that Mog told us about. And I will see you all on the next one.